girl from Chicago High School for the Arts in Humboldt Park to one of the biggest stages at Lollapalooza. You could say things are really taking off this year for Ravyn Lenae.
Yep, along with her Lala performance, the singer's also performing at concerts on Sabrina Carpenter's tour, which is kind of a big deal. And her single Love Me Not just entered the Billboard Top 10, which is also a huge accomplishment. And now we are so excited to have Ravyn right here in the studio with us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, coming off of what I know was a very big weekend, Ravyn. But tell us, I know it was your first time performing, hitting the Lala stage after you went as a teenager, because you grew up on the far south side.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you?
That was everything I imagined it would be. It's just crazy that there's so much preparation and anxiety leading up to such a big performance like that. But honestly, throughout the performance, I just remember closing my eyes and really remembering how I imagined myself, and it was on a Lollapalooza stage and in my hometown and surrounded by so much love. So it was great.
I just think it's so amazing that you went to Lala growing up.
Yeah.
And just to be there, can you walk us through, like, right when you walked on stage or right before you started, just that moment? What probably is the biggest stage that you've been on thus far.
It was crazy to me because usually side stage there's some type of chaos happening.
Always.
But I remember trying to silence that, and I heard the crowd going, Ravyn, Ravyn. And that right there is everything I need to really get into my zone and step on stage. So I felt welcomed as soon as I walked on that stage, and that's the best feeling.
Well, right, because I would imagine it helped put you at ease almost right
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, since you grew up here, let's talk about the Chicago music scene.
Yeah.
And are there any artists or any clubs even, or just people in the industry that really helped shape who you are and, you know, and the musician that you are, the singer you are right now?
Yeah, I would say what makes Chicago so special and so unique is our sense of camaraderie amongst each other. I don't really find that anywhere else. So very early on in my journey, I met so many people, so many artists or people who were in the music industry who just wanted to help me because they believed in me. And one of those people is Chris Classic at Classic Studios in Humboldt Park, who I definitely want to shout out as one of the very first people to support me. He gave me free studio time. So him, and then also just the artists in Chicago like Monty Booker, Mick Jenkins, Chance, Vic, all of them I think inspired so many younger artists growing up, including me. So
that's so
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of inspiring artists, I wanted to touch on two things. One is I just saw on Spotify, because one of our directors had told us she's blown up on Spotify. There's like 34 million monthly listeners now.
That's huge.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On that. I mean, it's so cool. But also, we have some video where last week you visited your old art school, Shy Arts, and you were hanging out with students. We have this here. I mean, you did some like TikToks with them and stuff. I mean, what was it like? I can't imagine how they were responding to you being there. What was it like?
Honestly, walking through the halls again after not being there for so many years felt surreal for me because it felt like I was just there. So being there and thinking, oh, so many things have changed. A lot of teachers, you know, I developed relationships with have left, but then so many things stayed the same. And I think that's the beauty of time and the beauty of having something be your reality for such a big pivotal chunk of your life. So being able to go back and talk to the kids and have them ask questions and have them also come to the show the next day was so beautiful for me.
What's some of the advice that you gave these kids? Because a lot of them, they want to do what you do, right?
Yeah. I tried to be as specific as possible because I remember when people would come to the school when I was in their seats, I would have very specific questions and they'd be like, oh, just be yourself. But it is that, like, now that I'm there, I feel like the only thing I can do is encourage them to really harness that magic that's already in them, because that's what is real and what will win.
That's so exciting. All right, they're giving us the wrap, but I'm curious just what you're looking forward to next in your journey now that Lala's over.
I think I'm looking forward to performing on more stages and also keep making music that I'm proud of and keep connecting with people globally. Definitely, that's my goal. So,
Awesome. Well, welcome back home. Thank you for coming into our CBS Chicago studio. It's really nice to have you here in person. We appreciate you taking time after a busy weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we want you to know that Ravyn Lenae's new album, Bird Eye Dana, is available now on Spotify and Apple Music.
That's right, it is, and you should absolutely check it out.